grand setting. My fine feathered friends, this is Noah Crow. And my heart has just been feeling the intensity of all the energy whipping around. And it made me wonder, what if everything was actually okay? I know. Listen, it sounds crazy. It's an insane thought. How can anything be okay right now? Nothing is okay. And I completely understand that. Except that our beliefs tend to motivate our actions, and our actions tend to create the world that we're living in. So I wondered what would happen if we all just decided that everything was okay. Now I know then you go, but the dolphins and the whales are dying, and there's children that are hungry, and there's child sex trafficking, and there's crazy people running the world. That's not okay. We have to do something about it. And there's so much doing to be done that it almost feels so overwhelming that we just have to rush from thing to thing. So I hope you're willing to go on a little journey with me of asking the question of what if we all just decided that everything was actually okay. People woke up tomorrow, and in their guts, all that tension of feeling like there was something that had to be done was gone. Imagine that. Imagine if we were only motivated by our gut instincts. We only moved, we only acted. We only put our attention on things that actually inspired our guts to say, yeah, I want to do something here. Well, if everything was okay, then all those busy people rushing to work to pay their mortgages aren't rushing to work anymore because everything's okay. So they actually aren't moved by these external circumstances. They wake up, and if their work is something that's meaningful to them, they go to work, and if it's not, it's okay. Because even the police wake up and everything's okay. Which means that even if they were to get the call from the landlord saying, or the bank saying, kick these people out, they didn't pay on time, the police go, nah, you know what? Everything's okay. I am only going to do what is human today. And kicking people out of a home doesn't sound or feel human to me. It actually goes against my own humanity. And I will not allow a bank or a law to convince me to trade in my humanity for some false sense of financial equity. So they just say, nah, everything's okay. But even the bank, the people at the bank that are seeing these mortgages pile up in the midst of economic insecurity, they're at the bank and they're going, what am I doing at a bank when half of the world is shut down? What am I doing trying to kick people out of their homes just because there aren't some numbers on this piece of paper that's digital that we made up anyway? What if everything's okay? And then all those hungry children in the street start to notice people being less stressed, moving less quickly, and the people no longer are rushing to try to pay the bills. They stop and they say, are you okay? And that little kid says, "No, ma'am, I'm hungry." She says, "Well, that's ridiculous. There is so much food in the grocery store, you wouldn't believe it. There's so much food that they actually throw it away at the end of the day." The kid's eyes get real wide and they go, "Really? That's amazing." And she says, "Yeah. And I don't think that's okay, that they should throw away food every single day when you're sitting out here in the heat and the cold with a hungry tummy. And there's food, fresh food in the store waiting for you. And it's already been subsidized by the federal government, by our taxes. There is no reason that you are not being fed today and each and every day from here on out. Because you know what? Everything's okay. And nothing, no amount of rush is going to let me sell my humanity away. Especially not when I see people suffering today." So the children, one by one, are fed. And with everyone slow and everything okay, they start to tend to their yards and their homes. Traffic ceases altogether. The streets are clear. The smog forgets to appear with all those people rushing near and far to get to work. For what? When everything's okay. And then something needs to be done. Oh my. A pipe has burst down the street. Rush, rush, rush. This is what our city taxes are for. Everything is not okay. But you know what? All those city workers that were just chilling at home, they go, "Really? There's something fun for us to do today? To make our community keep working so that everything's okay? We're on it. We're in. It's done. No problem." Oh, they get to feel so proud. Everybody's so thankful and grateful for all the work that they just did to keep everything being okay. And then the governments go, "No, no, no. You guys aren't working. There aren't any taxes. We can't buy our jets." But everybody else in the world is just okay too. They've stopped rushing, just like me and you. I go, people aren't building fighter jets anymore. It's not okay. It doesn't make any sense. They'd rather be playing with their families, making balsa wood airplanes and all the rest. But then somebody says, "No, no, no, the terrorists are coming." But all the terrorists were just mad at all the people coming into their world and taking their stuff from them. And now everybody's okay, so nobody's taking people's stuff. So everything's actually okay. The water stops being stolen from all those people trying to hard scrabble an existence, but happy to farm when they're allowed to. And there's nothing to take anymore because everything's okay. Because there's so much less to pay for. Because everything's just okay. And people decide they will not sell their humanity away. What is the point of survival? Now they say, if it means that I'm surviving without my humanity to enjoy each and every day. What kind of survival is it when I'm selling my humanity each and every day, just hoping and praying for some future day far off where everything will be okay, when right now, just now, I took a big deep breath and realized there's enough food and water and clean air and shelter in all the world for all the people to just be okay. There is no one actually that needs to be paid. What are they being paid for exactly? Some rights, some laws, some things on a piece of paper? What does that mean anyway? And what if those people all felt like everything was okay? They didn't have to go to their jobs, forcing other people to force other people to not have certain things so that they could one day arrive at that day where they would feel okay. Because today, actually, everything is okay. Because when we all stop and listen and see that it is in our rush to try to fix everything, that the broken part of the world, which is the part of the world that is spinning faster and faster trying to fix the fact of its own dangerous velocity, is what was making it not okay. But when everything slows down, we see that there is no problem. Because a problem is when you don't have what you need. And a fake problem is when you think you can't get what you need because there's some fake thing that you have to pay for in between your need and what's right in front of you. And what's right in front of us is just an okay day. There is no rush to rush back into, because actually, humanity, we've made it. That's the secret no one wants you to see. We've succeeded. Everyone has won. There is enough food, shelter, housing, electricity, everything you could ever want for everyone on this planet right now. We won. It's all okay. We can stop playing this game. It was all made up to begin with. No human life is worth any more than any other human life. Every human life wakes up with the same day ahead of them. And so what if we all just woke up to a day where we said, hey, what if everything's okay?